Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Have you visited the Studio Ghibli exhibition yet? It's called the World of Studio Ghibli and is currently at the ArtScience Museum in Singapore. No? Then this guide is definitely what you need in order to maximize your experience when you go over there. The World of Studio Ghibli is still going on and is at the ArtScience Museum Singapore at Marina Bay Sands till the 2nd of Feb 2025. So you have about a month to go. And good news for you is that school holiday season is over. So you don't have to fight with all the kids that are going there. And this is about the last month before the exhibition actually packs up and leaves Singapore. So I would gather that most of the people who are real Studio Ghibli fanatics have already gone. So this might be your last month to visit this exhibition, so don't miss out on that chance. If you would like to see our full walkthrough, please check out the link in the video below. I'll put it somewhere on screen as well. On to our first tip. Number 1. Order your tickets online. Don't wait to go to the venue to reserve your tickets. Tickets are readily available on websites like Klook, or you can go to the Marina Bay Sands website first, and then from there they'll give you a link to a website called Klook where you can make your reservations. This will make entry so much more seamless for you. You don't need to rush in with the hordes of other people. Go there, buy your tickets, and by the time you buy your tickets, the whole exhibition is already crowded. So have your tickets bought online. Ticket prices go for $39 during peak periods and $29 off-peak periods. So obviously all weekends are peak periods, and if you're not sure what the non-peak periods are, please log on to the Klook website. They'll actually let you know the availability of the peak or non-peak periods. Second tip is go in the morning to avoid crowds. So we went and we reached MBS Marina Bay Sands at around 9:30 a.m. and this was a Saturday, so you would expect that it will be really crowded. But if you watch the full walkthrough video, it's not crowded. It's not very much crowded at all. We heard feedback from some of my family that went that said that it was incredibly crowded. The lines were so super long to take photos at all the photo op shots, and so they didn't take any photos at all. But from our experience going at a very early time before the exhibition opens, not like you can go into the exhibition, you can't, but you can wait outside nearby. You'll see quite a lot of people waiting there, and by 9:45 there will be a queue outside the ArtScience Museum. It's very visible, the queue is quite long. So do wait around the area. I know it's hot, but wait in the shade till 9:45, so when you see the queue forming, just head over there and just queue up. So everybody will rush in, and yeah, if you don't buy your tickets beforehand, this is where you will lose out, because you will have to go down to buy your tickets before heading in. If you have the QR code from the Klook ticket handy, that's all you need to enter. So yes, tip number 1 and 2. I know waiting outside the museum, yes, very kiasu, very Singaporean, but if you really want the photo ops, if you really want a better experience over there, then you have to embody the Singaporean. For all you tourists out there, embody the Singaporean auntie attitude and embrace the kiasu. You just have to do it. So tip number 3. Have a Ghibli marathon before you go. So there are 2 levels of exhibits, and on the first level, it covers around 5, and then on top they cover more. So make sure you refresh your Ghibli knowledge so that you can appreciate all the nuances of the exhibits, and remember to have a Ghibli marathon before you go so you can fully immerse yourself and see all the references all around, because there are little things, tiny things hidden all around the exhibits. So make sure you watch the classics like My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away, Castle in the Sky, Princess Mononoke, Howl'sMovingCastle, Kiki's Delivery Service. So I recommend that you watch at least these 6. But if you have some time and you want to watch something not so mainstream or lesser known, then you can try Pompoko or Porco Rosso. These 2 are quirky, to say the least, But if you like that kind of old school animation, I'm sure you will love this. I also recommend watching The Boy and the Heron before you go. Because it's the newest Ghibli movie to release, there's not much in the exhibition for this movie. They probably haven't made the props yet. But I do recommend you watch it. Slight disclaimer, Papa and I did come out like with a lot of thoughts about the movie. Like they went into some deeper themes, darker themes. So Papa and I really, and if you want to be deeply traumatized, watch The Grave of the Fireflies. Yeah. It's one of the movies that I liked, I watched, I can't watch it again. Deeply traumatizing. For those who know, you know. But tip number 4, take your time. So I know that you probably have to queue away for all the photo ops, and you might feel like it's the most important thing to rush from photo op to photo op so that you kind of get ahead of the queue and everything. But it's also important to take your time to look around the entire exhibition, read the signs, because you might miss a cheeky dust ball that's hiding in the corner or like in the rafters. You'll miss like certain little details or references that are littered all around the exhibition. There are so many things to interact with, and they also had little activity centers where you can sit and make your own souvenirs, free souvenirs at the exhibition. So I really encourage you, even though you're not a kid, just do it. Just sit down, make yourself something cute that you can keep as a keepsake. Papa and I did a speed run. So what we did, because we wanted to cover the entire exhibition and have a walkthrough with the least amount of people possible, so we did a speed run, and we kind of regret it a bit because by the time we knew it, the exhibition was over. We spent overall only about an hour there, which is not enough. It's not enough. We should have slowed down, taken our time properly, and properly experienced the exhibition. And to be very honest, I might want to go again just so I can properly soak in everything, and I might want to bring my mom and my grandma because they also are Studio Ghibli fans. Last but not least, tip number 5. As expected, the merch for Studio Ghibli exhibition is beautiful. And it's super tempting, trust me, I was super tempted to buy every single thing there. And I did give in to my temptations to buy certain items, but trust me when I say the merch is grossly overpriced. It's so grossly overpriced. As someone who has gone to the Ghibli Museum and Ghibli Park in Japan, I would say I bought a sizable collection of merch over there. And I would say that they did bring a lot of those merchandise items to Singapore for this exhibition. The range of products is seriously unrivaled, but the problem is that the markup is so much more. The price was so inflated, and this is coming from the girl that spent $500 at the Studio Ghibli Park merch store. And the amount of merch I was able to buy at that store compared to the 100 plus that I spent in Singapore is insane. Papa can attest to this. I came back with so much merch. I did spend $500, but I bought my favorite Studio Ghibli necklace from there. And that in itself, if they were to sell it in Singapore, it would have been crazily expensive. So, if you're a Japan fanatic like me, remember, if you go to Japan, you can buy all these things in Japan. Right now, the yen rate is really good. So if you are already planning a trip to Japan in the near future, then please go to Japan to buy the merch. Don't buy the merch at the exhibition. You can wait a while. It's okay. It would still be there. The only things that I would say that you could consider getting are the exhibition books. Like they have a book about the exhibition in Singapore. You can get that. Or the special Peranakan inspired Ghibli shirts and skirts. I regret not buying those. They were so pretty, they're so colorful, but I can't trust myself enough to take good care of the skirt. So I refrain from buying. Right, so those are the 5 tips that I have for you guys today. I hope that you're able to use these tips in the last month that the exhibition will be in Singapore. If you're a tourist and visiting here, please go and buy your tickets online before you head over to the exhibition. Locals, the same, but I think locals are more familiar with cloak. Please let me know if you use any of these tips, and let me know in the comments below if they helped you in any way. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please help smash that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you want early access or like behind the scenes videos, please head over to our Patreon channel, linked in the description below. We also stream every Monday or Friday on Twitch. We play Monster Hunter. It's sort of like a de-stressing thing for us. So we play Monster Hunter every Monday and Friday at 8 PM Singapore time. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye bye!